And I'll invite you as you begin to arrive here to begin to make your way to your mat. And know that this home practice is a really unique practice. Our homes are not necessarily designed for deep and meditative practice, but know that it can be done anywhere where you have space to, and you have a place where you can turn inward. By the way, it's pretty much anywhere. So begin to find and make your way to that space. And I'll begin to make my way to mine. Coming to our mats tonight, you might, if you have them, grab yourselves a yoga block, or a pillow, or a cushion, or a rolled up blanket, some books, right? So improvise with what you have. And we're going to come together on our mats tonight and begin in a seated pose. So you may sit your hips up on a block or a pillow or said folded blanket. And we'll be here for a few minutes. So as we begin to arrive, see if you can find a cross-legged position where you can allow your knees to be lower than your hips. And so as we sit for pranayama, as we sit for meditation, it's generally a space where we're going to be for a little while, and really important to find some ease in that space. And it's not always comfort necessarily, but ease. So I have a block under my hips, and you'll see when I take it out, the knees pop up. Right? So as I begin the practice and I'm not opened up and I'm tight, I'm going to use the block to lift me up so that my knees can lower down, and then my spine can be nice and long, stacking my shoulders over my hips, right, as opposed to this rounding in the spine and leaning back. And then there's more space and more ease here to sit longer and not focus so much on the shifting and the fidgeting. So find a space where you can allow yourself to sit tall. And as you sit tall, just notice how this stacking and alignment of the upper body opens you up a little bit. Allows the diaphragms to stack, allows the torso to be open and the organs to spread. And then nothing fancy as we begin here, perhaps just allowing your hands to come to your knees. And in these first few moments, there's nothing to see on your screen. So maybe close your eyes. And then notice as you come into stillness that might not be too easy for you. So notice even as we arrive in stillness, there's still a lot of motion in the body and motion in your mind. So just notice that here and know that you have your own free will to move in whatever way releases some of that and allows you to, again, sit with more ease. So move around and fidget and find ease wherever you can. Then as you find some ease here, and even if it's just stillness, take a deep breath in and fill up that stacked upper body, drawing the breath in low. And then just send that breath effortlessly back out, empty all the way. Breathe in. Fill up your body, staying here. Just allow the breath to softly flow out. So not much effort here as we begin. Just allowing the body to still. Deep breaths in. And as you breathe out, notice if you can make your sit bones a little heavier. Allow your thighs to draw down as the crown of your head extends up towards the sky. Settling in to yourself and your practice. Just filling up and making some space with the breath. Drawing deeply down into your belly and softly sending it out. Staying with this breath. If it feels right for you here, draw one hand over your heart space and one hand over your belly. And take a moment to spread your palms wide and find some connection with yourself here. Connection in the physical body, even as you begin to connect internally with your breath. So something that I've noticed over these last several weeks of being largely homebound myself, and something I've noticed that's ironic is that I found myself losing a bit of connection with myself. So much external focus on work and homeschooling and anxiety in the world and what's next and planning and replanning. Forget about ourselves and all of the crises that swirl around us. And the importance of coming back to this very simple connection. It might be physical, like the palms over our hearts and bellies, our space of love and power. Or the power of connecting with your breath as you draw deeply into your body and notice it as it moves. So reminding ourselves here in this practice that connecting with ourselves has to be the first thing we do. And then from that solid and connected center, can we give out all of that output to all of the external things that require our attention? So allowing your practice tonight to be an act of self-love, even if it's just for a few moments here, this act of deliberate connection with yourself. Take a deep breath in, fill up the belly under your palm, lift up the heart under your palm, filling up, and then exhale as you feel the space under your palm soften and fall. And then connecting with yourself, breathe in deeply as if you could push and fill your entire palms with your belly, with your heart, and notice the softness and the gentleness with yourself as you release that breath. So just keeping this connection here, focus on the sensations, connecting with yourself in the body, in the breath. Allow each breath to move through your body, connecting from head to toe, from thought to feeling. Notice how you feel right now. It might be very different from how you felt an hour ago. Allow the breath to caress that feeling and draw across the awareness there. Self-kindness, self-love, yeah, even some self-confidence gets forgotten in all of the crisis work we've been doing. So if only for just this practice, this next brief time together, come back to self-kindness, building self-confidence. Take 3 more deep rounds of breath here, letting that self-kindness wash over yourself. This act of hand over your heart and belly is an act of kindness in and of itself. When there's no one there to place a hand on your heart, offer it to yourself. Self-soothing, valuable practice. And when you're ready, we'll start to release this contact. Let your arms come down to either side of your body. Maybe open up your eyes and just shake out your head. Start to bring some life into your body. And then letting your palms shine outward, sit up tall. Starting with the right arm, we'll begin to inhale as we draw the right hand across our body and then lift up, opening the right shoulder nice and slow. And then we're going to reverse that on the exhale. So draw the right shoulder forward, sweep the right hand down, land on the earth. And then switch sides. Inhale, lift the left arm up. So open through the left side, rotate the left shoulder open, and as you exhale, reverse that movement. So blocks on either side, or just coming to your fingertips, and then keep it going. Inhale, reach up, open the heart on the right side, and then sweep back around. So both sit bones stay really rooted here. Working from the upper body, reaching through the fingertips, even as you root down through your seat. One more round, each side. Right arm reaches, lift the heart, and then bring the left arm up and through, last rotation. Beautiful. Come back down through center. Sit up tall. Inhale, both arms reach up this time. And then bring the palms together overhead. Interlace your fingers. Flip the palms upside down. For just a moment, push your palms up towards the sky. Send the sit bones down. Let the shoulders drop away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. Maybe drawing your biceps back by your ears a little further. Stay for the breath out. Reach up from your hips. Exhale, release your arms and let them fall back down towards your sides. Beautiful work. So see where you want to be here. I'm going to take my block out this next bit. Last little bit here. Inhale, reach the arms back up overhead. And then this time, start to reach forward. So with a long spine, reach with your fingertips, lead with your heart, and then allow the hands to come all the way down. All right? And then take a moment to push the sit bones back down into the earth. Right? Keep them there, and then decide to move forward. So maybe this is enough, just keeping this fold. Maybe walking your hands a little bit further forward. Ooh, just notice what you feel through the hips, right? And don't grit your teeth. Right? Finding a little ease here, which might not mean comfort, but ease for 2 breaths. Maybe allowing the head to hang heavy and drop for the last round. And then walking your hands back towards your body as you begin to lift your head and your heart. And then bring both hands behind your hips. Lean back and extend your legs long. Ooh, take that bend out of your legs. Maybe shake them out. Right, maybe bend your knees. And allow them to just fall side to side here. Right, whatever movements feel good to you to awaken your legs. And then leaning forward, keep the soles of the feet on the ground and the knees bent. So from the side, we're kind of in this modified boat pose. And then hands to your shins, hands to your knees. We're just finding some seated cat-cows right here. Okay, so usually done from tabletop. We can find it right here in our seat on your inhale. Start to draw your heart forward, shoulder blades back, lift your heart, look up. And then exhale, draw the belly in, round your spine. Shoulder blades come apart as your crown of your head reaches. Keep moving. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, round out. Keep going. Nothing to see on your screen. Feel free to close your eyes. And starting to build a little energy. Notice as the energy starts to drip into your body, as the breath starts to feel a little more easeful. One more round here. And then sit up tall, come back through neutral. Once again, lean your hands back behind your hips, and then just lean back in the torso a little bit. Feet stay grounded. Walk your feet about mat's edge distance apart. Right, so giving yourself some space in the knees here, leaning back, and then take some wider twists here, letting your knees windshield wiper side to side. So let this movement come from your waist. Sorry, we're not just kind of rocking the legs side to side, but really letting the hips get in on the party here. Right? Nice bend in the elbows can be fine. And then the next time your knees are at the right, let them stay there. Right? So maybe you stay here, lifting up through your heart space, or you can start to walk your left hand around. Maybe walk it all the way back. Stay up high for a twist here, or you make a choice to come down on your forearms even. 2 big breaths. One more. And then begin to walk your way out of this, coming back through center, knees through center. Take a breath in, and let your knees fall to the left on the breath out. Right, so stay lifted in the heart space. Maybe stay right here. Maybe allow this right hand to track over outside the left hip. And then you can walk backwards, staying up high, or come down for a couple of breaths onto your forearm. And just finding this extension and length down the right side hip. Breathe here. And then begin to make your way back through center, knees through center. From here, just lie all the way back and pull your knees in. Take a moment to rock side to side. And draw some circles on the ceiling with your knees in both directions. Then begin to make your way up to tabletop. So take 4 or 5 breaths. You may rock up and down, lengthwise, roll up and over, or you might just lean to one side, and sit up and swing your way around. So as you arrive in your tabletop, it might feel good to take a few cat-cows, as we did from our seated space. It might feel good to draw some circles. So take this moment, this opportunity to find your unique practice. The beauty of yoga is there's never a right or wrong. It's only what feels right to you. So find what works for you. A few more breaths. And then coming to stillness here, walk your hands one handprint forward. Shift your hips forward, modified high plank. So take a moment. Root the tops of your feet and your shins down towards the earth. Bend your elbows and push into your hands. Let your neck be a long extension of your spine as you gaze forward. Belly pulls in. Take a breath in here. Take a breath out. So working, lifting away from the earth. One more inhale. On the exhale, from the thighs, start to lower down. So thighs come down, bend in the elbows, hips come down, drape the heart and the shoulders all the way down. Cobra pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink your hips straight back. So hands and knees don't move. Breathe in, come forward, maybe rounding through a cat spine, and then right into cobra on the inhale, hips drop, heart lifts. So take a few rounds here. Exhale, pull your belly in to draw your hips back, and then round forward. Drop your hips, lift, and pull forward through the heart. Take 3 more rounds. Move with your breath. And then pausing with the hips back. Next time, they're at the heels. Extend the arms long. Breath in. And a long breath out. And then lift your gaze, come back up through tabletop. Align shoulders over wrists, hips over knees here. Extend your right leg back behind you. So one more time here. Soften your elbows, right? Drop down a little bit and then push the earth away. Lift the head, right? Spine is long here. Big breath in. Stay for the breath out. So from here, bend your knee, let the sole of your right foot shine towards the sky, and then inhale, lift your heel, little gaze up. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Push the earth away, round spine. Inhale, sole of the foot reaches up, look up. Exhale, crunch in. Take 3 more like that. Move slow. Big, full breaths. Let your spine act like a wave here. 1 more. Belly pulls in. Round, round, round. Inhale. Extend your right leg all the way back. And then on the exhale, draw your right knee in, step it all the way up to the top of your mat. Find a low lunge. Option to pad your back knee, right? Block, pillow, blanket. And then just find a little lift in the heart space here. Take a breath. See how you feel through the hips. And then when you're ready, big breath in, sweep your arms up, shoulders over hips. Exhale as you sink down here. Big breath. Breathe out. 1 more inhale. On the exhale, bring your hands down, frame your right foot. Listen up, roll over your left toes, downward facing dog, lift the right leg. So first one, gentle here, just to reach through your right heel to find some extension. Big breath in. Exhale to bring the right foot down, look forward, knees come down. Back to tabletop, right away, the left leg goes back. Flex your foot, push into the earth with your hands, take a big breath in. Stay for the breath out. All right, bending your left knee, foot towards the sky. Inhale, lift through the left heel, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Draw your left knee in. So get really small here. Inhale, lift it all back up. Breathe out, draw in. 3 more times. Really engaging, lifting away from the earth. 1 more. Ooh, I lost count, guys. 1 more here. Extend the legs straight. Take a breath in. On the breath out, knee to nose. This time, left foot comes all the way up. We build our crescent lunge. Just starting to wake up our hips a little bit. So start on the fingertips. Maybe a block. Right. Great for a little extra height. Take a breath in as you draw the heart forward. Stay here on your breath out. You got an option to stay or find your low crescent lunge here, reaching your arms up high. 3 breaths as we just settle in here. big breath in. Exhale, bring both hands down. Roll over your right toes, downward dog as the left leg lifts. Three-legged dog. Lift through your left heel. Breathe here. And then exhale, bring your left foot down. Stay in down dog this time. So arrive here and begin to move around. Find some movements here that begin to settle you. Just introduce you to this pose maybe for the first time today. And find what would help you feel connected to yourself, loved by yourself here. And then coming to stillness here, take a moment of strength and stillness and down dog as the heels sink down, the hips lift up. Big breath here. Exhale and out. And then similar to that cobra flow, on our next inhale, we're going to shift forward through high plank. Big breath here. And then with the toes right where they are, just let the hips come down in this modified up dog. Heart draws forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw your hips back and up. Use the belly. And similar to that earlier flow, inhale, shift forward into that up dog. Exhale, downward dog. So we have 3 more here. Really strong belly. Use that bandha, right? Those locks. Inhale, lift the heart. Use the breath. Breathe out back. 2 more. So knees could come down here. It's a little more of a modification. 1 more. Inhale forward. Let your hips drop. Heart lifts. Exhale, push it back. Downward dog. Big breath. Exhale it out. Take 1 more here. All right, moving on, getting off our wrists. Last breath in. And as you breathe out, look forward, soften your knees, and take a walk to the top of your mat. So hang and ragdoll as you arrive. Keep a generous bend in your knees, and once again, move around in a way that helps you connect with yourself here. You're maybe really grounding your feet down into the earth, to feel the earth beneath you, and maybe making contact with yourself, or just firing up the sensations in your body, right? Feel it. Come back here if you've been swaying to center. Soften your knees. And we'll roll all the way up to stand here. So take it slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. And then allow full body stretch as you rise up to stand. Sweep both arms up high. Stay here for the exhale. Let the shoulders drop down your back. 1 more breath in. Exhale as you bring your arms down by your sides. Bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers here. So option, take opposite wrist, take opposite forearm. And then bend in your knees, take a breath in. As you draw your knuckles down, lift your heart up. And then as you exhale, begin to fold forward from your hips. Straighten your legs, maybe a rinse of the shoulders. Take 3 big breaths here. Releasing the crown of your head down. Soft knees are a great option. 1 more breath. And then soften your knees so much so that your spine begins to lift up and rise all the way up to stand. Take up that little back bend at the top. And then release your arms here. Bring your hands through to heart center. Take a moment. Nothing to see on your screen, so maybe closing your eyes as you've begun to cultivate a little energy, maybe a little connection with yourself. Connect your thumb knuckles to your heart space and offer yourself some loving kindness. And remind yourself that you person on your mat there, you have needs and you are worthy and are not to be forgotten about. Take a deep breath into that affirmation and send it out. Releasing your arms to your sides. Find a moment here in strength, in stillness, in your strongest standing posture. So this posture that inspires confidence, that connects you in your body, energizes your mind. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next breath in, sweep your arms up overhead. And then breathe out, fold forward. Nice bend in your knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold right here. Take one more half sun. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, fold forward, all the way down, empty out. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, plant your hands, step back to high plank. So pause here, option to stay here or find that modification we took in the beginning of our practice, but feel that strongest standing pose right here. The energy and lift up away from the earth. The connection with yourself. How can you miss it here? Take one final breath in. One final breath out. Shift forward high on your toes and lower all the way down to the earth through chaturanga. So all the way, tops of the feet land. And then from here, extend your arms out to this upside down goal post. It's like a king pigeon. So I was looking at you straight on that way. Elbows right over your wrists, steeple your fingers, tops of the feet, root down, and then take a big breath in. Lift your heart up. High king cobra here. Exhale, drape your spine down. A couple like that. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bring it down. Really waking up the spine today. Two more. Bring it down. Strengthen the legs. Inhale, lift up, hold at the top here. On the exhale, right shoulder drops to the earth. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left shoulder drops. Look right. Inhale up. Exhale, right shoulder drops. Back through center, last side. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift up. Big breath in your king cobra. Exhale, bring it all down. Slide your hands under your shoulders, downward facing dog. So maybe you come through tabletop. Perhaps you just lift through plank and push back. Right here, pedal it out. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. From here, inhale your right leg high up behind you. And then go ahead and bend your knee and fan it open. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe movement through the foot or ankle, sinking the left heel down. One more big breath in. And then on the breath out, gaze forward, step your right foot to the top of your mat. Left foot follows, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up, sweep your arms up high. And then breathe out, fold all the way down. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. And then move through chaturanga, maybe to the earth or just halfway. Upward facing dog. And then breathe out into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Pedal it out. When you're ready, lift your left leg up in the air and take the moment here to fan your knee. Open your hip up. Take a few movements here. Take one more breath in. Lift up through your left knee. And then exhale. Draw your left knee in. Step your left foot forward. Right foot follows. Fold down. Inhale. Flat back. Breathe out to fold. Big breath. Rise all the way up to stand. Sweep your arms up. Breathe out. Fold. Inhale, flex. Exhale, plant your hands, high plank, flowing through, low. Up dog, down dog. Take a breath here. Exhale, step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out to fold. Moving a little faster, rise up, reach up. Exhale, fold down. So I'm going to move through a few sunnies here. Flat back, folding, high plank. Flow with your breath. Not my breath. Just yours. Breathe here. Exhale, step forward. 2 more rounds. Okay, whatever your variation. Maybe skipping the vinyasa. It might be moving through tabletop or knees, chest, chin as you lower down. Find what works for you. And then find the meditation in whatever movement you take. Last round. Big breaths as you move. Meeting in down dog. Always an option to take a break, to find rest. Pedal it out as you arrive here. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale here, and then exhale, look forward, step to the top of your mat. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, fold. And then we come up to chair pose. So however you arrive there, it might be that you just bend your knees and sweep up, or you might stand up tall first and sit back into your chair. And so just take a few moments here. All right, allow your spine to be long. Allow the weight to be back in your heels. All right, so see if you can be light in the toes. Spin the upper arms in. Draw them back. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. Sink a little deeper. Last one. Stay for the exhale. Sink, sink, sink. And at the bottom of that breath, fold forward. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Plant your hands. Find your flow. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Let it go. Inhale your right leg high, and on your breath out, step it through warrior one. Back heel seals down, right knee bent. Inhale your way up. And then we stay here a few rounds of breath. Draw your right hip crease back. And the left hip point forward. Breathe. Know the modifications exist here with hands at heart or goalpost arms. 2 more breaths. Can you put any more energy into your right foot? Stay for 1 more breath, sink in. And then when you're ready, exhale as you bring your hands down, step back, flow through, high plank, low plank. Find your back bend, meet in down dog, breathe here. And then as you're ready, left leg lifts up high, big breath. Exhale to step it through. Warrior one here, right heel seals down. Find your balance, find your foundation, and rise up. And then, right, there's nothing to do here but settle and hold this really strong posture. And breathe. Or I guess there are a few things to do. Steady gaze. Maybe not comfort, but find some ease. 2 more breaths. Sinking a little deeper here. And as you're ready, bring your hands down, frame your left foot, step back, flow through. High plank to low. Back bend, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Let it go. 2 more. Last breath in here. And on the breath out, look forward, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Coming back to that chair pose, stay where you are. I'm going to turn to face you. So rising up, settling yourself down into chair. All right, so we're going to move from this chair pose. All right, so from here, right foot, right leg stays right where it is. Take a breath in. On your exhale, simply step this left foot back, warrior one. Right? So step it back, land here. That's it, right? Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, back to chair. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps out. Wide squat. Inhale. Exhale, back to chair. Right? Got it. Inhale. Exhale, warrior one. The right foot's not moving. Chair pose. Wide squat. All right, so speed it up a little. Chair. Warrior. Chair. Squat. We have a few more rounds. Keep that sink in that right knee. Right, maybe move a little faster. 3 more rounds here. Right, if you mess it up, you look silly. Who cares? You're at home. Doesn't matter. Last round. To chair. To warrior. To chair. To squat. To chair. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Sink, sink, sink. And at the bottom, fold forward. Ah. Holy right leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, plant your hands, step back, flow through, high plank, low plank. Up dog, down dog, take a couple of breaths. So you don't have to always do that power vinyasa to get your heart going in yoga. Big deep breaths. Last one here. All right, other side. Take a breath. And on your exhale, look forward, step forward. Inhale, decompress, flat back, fold here. And then make your way to chair pose, however you arrive there. I'm going to step forward a little. All right, so arriving here, so it's left side this time. All right, so left foot, left knee doesn't move. Take a breath in. Exhale, simply right foot back, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale to chair. Inhale here. Exhale, wide squat on the right. So right leg steps out, chair pose. Warrior one. All right, so just get moving. Chair. Squat. Chair. Warrior. Chair. Squat. Chair. Warrior. Woo! Chair. Squat. Move a little faster. Chair. Warrior. 3 more rounds. Chair. Squat. Chair. Warrior. 2. Last round. Squat. Chair. Warrior. Squat. Chair. Take a breath in. Sink on the breath out. And then fold all the way down. Hold here for a breath. And then inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, flow through. Downward facing dog. Big breath here. Let it go. Woo. 2 more. All right, from here, lift your right leg up behind you. So lift it high. Highest feels good. Take a breath in. And on the breath out, we shift forward, knee to nose. Right? So just like those taps from tabletop, inhale, right leg lifts up. 2 more times. Exhale, round in. Try to kiss your nose. Send it back. Exhale, tap it in. Inhale, send it back. All right, adding on. This time, bring the right knee in through center, and then let it come straight down onto your mat. Right, so finding a modified side plank here, right hand under the face, begin to open the left arm up. So coming to the inside of the left foot, maybe kickstanding the right foot back behind you. All right, so working on the side plank variation, just take a moment to be stable here. Take a moment to check in that your shoulders right over your wrists, stacked above your elbow. And then options, just stay here, right? Lifting everything away from the earth, pushing this right hand, activating, or maybe try to lift your right knee up, right? So, oh, it's so hard. Oh, lift it up. Maybe draw it out in front of you. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Keep the knee lifted. See if you can come back to high plank. Keep the knee lifted. Take a breath in. Exhale, three-legged dog. Haichi-machi. Inhale. And then breathe out. Step this right foot all the way to the top of your mat. Crescent lunge. So keep the knee high. Option to drop it. And then we reach forward. We reach up, shoulders over hips. Drop into your right. Right knee bends. 2 breaths here. Sink down on your exhale. 1 more breath. We'll add on. On your next inhale, start to reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. Reach forward so much that we begin to move to warrior 3. And so launch off the right foot. Lift through the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Coming back to crescent lunge. Soften this right knee. Really quiet, really quiet. Step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. On your exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Beautiful. Bring your left hand down inside your right foot. All right, so I'm going to turn around because you guys can't see me too great. All right. So the left hand comes over your heart. Right? And then with the left hand, begin to open the left side of your heart. All right, so that's it. Just take little movements, a little pulse, opening the left side of your heart, left elbow reaching up towards the sky. Yeah. Inhale. So blocker to the right hand works great here. Exhale. 1 more. Big inhale. Exhale. Bring your left hand down inside your right foot. Right hand to the right side heart. Inhale. Lift up. Right elbow points up. Exhale. Just round out. Inhale. Lift up. Exhale. Bring it down. 1 more time. Inhale. Open your right heart space and then reach this right arm all the way up. Allow your hips to sink down. Take a big breath here. Exhale it out. Stay here or begin to let the right hand reach back towards the back of your space. Maybe let your gaze follow it. Big breath in. Long breath out. 1 more here. And then unwind. This right arm reaches high. Allow it to come all the way back down to the right foot. And then bring both hands inside the right foot. Walk your right foot to the back, outside of your mat. So to keep the back knee high and find a high lizard lunge here. Right, so push into the hands. And then 1 more time, maybe bend your elbows and then put a little energy down. Right, long spine. Neck is a continuation of the long spine. Take 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath here. And then on the exhale, let your left knee come all the way down. Beautiful work. From here, start to bend your left knee. Point your left toes towards the sky. So right away, you feel the left quad fire up. Right? And that might be enough. Just taking a little stretch as you draw the left heel towards your left butt. Or you might plant your right hand and reach back with the left hand. Right? So reach low and see if you can take a hold. Add to that quad stretch, or if you have the space, you can reach this left arm up and back, right? Or just stay here for the last 2 breaths. And start to unwind this. Bring the left hand back to the earth. Left toes roll over, lifting your back knee, step back, downward facing dog. So take your vinyasa if you'd like, or push straight back, express bus, pedal this out. Notice the differences in the size of your body. And then we'll find the other side here. So I'm going to turn around for the side plank. So side plank from these leg lifts. So when you're ready, left leg lifts up high, taking those little knee taps. Take a breath in. And then exhale, shift forward. Shoulders over wrists, knee pulls in. Inhale, send it high. Breathe out, knee kisses nose. Breathe in, lift. One more time, full round, pull it in, send it up. And then this time, bring the left knee in and let it drop straight down towards the earth. Set up your side plank on the left here. So left hand plants, right foot rolls to the inside, reach it up. And so just take a couple stabilizing breaths here. Check in on the stacking of your shoulder, know how much this helps in this posture. And then maybe adding on by lifting up this left knee. So it's a lot of work through the side, waist, through this left hand as we push and we lift through the left knee. Right? Maybe pull it out in front of us and hold for 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, high plank. Left knee pulls in, take a breath in. Exhale, 3-legged dog, send it back. Woo, big breath. On your breath out, step your left foot forward, top of your mat, set up your crescent lunge. And then as you're ready, you lift up, shoulders over hips. Big breath, sweep up, sink down. 3 breaths here. Letting the shoulders drop, finding strength here. And then moving to that warrior 3 when you're ready. So take a breath, prepare, and then begin to move at your pace, in your way. Okay, there could be a wall involved. Could be a friend. Take one more breath. And then really slow, the softest drop here. Bring your right foot down, reach up, crescent lunge. And then exhale, your hands come to your heart. Beautiful work. Bring your hands down, right hand to your heart, and then inhale to lift the right heart space. Right shoulder, elbow reaches up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale, bring it down and let the right hand drop. Left hand to left heart. Inhale, twist here. Exhale, close it off. Little pulses. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale, lift the left side hard and then extend the left arm straight up. Breathe. One more. Full breath in. On the breath out, gaze down, left hand down, both hands inside the left foot. Walk your left foot out. Stay high in the back knee as we begin. So hands plant, maybe that action of bending the elbows, pushing into the earth. Deep breaths here. A lot of lift through this back leg. 2 more. Last breath. With your exhale, allow the right knee to come down. Right, and then maybe start simple, that quad stretch. Maybe just pointing the right foot towards the sky, drawing the right heel in. That might be enough. Or you might prop yourself up on your left hand, maybe reach back with the right hand, and give yourself a little extra stretch. And you might have space in your shoulder to reach up and around. Some space. Last 2 breaths here. And then we'll start to unwind, releasing your back foot. Bring both hands down. Roll up to the right toes, lift the right knee, and then step this left foot back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And then for just a moment, a couple breaths, bring your knees down, draw them wide, find a child's pose. Sink your hips back. And just notice your energy. Notice the shifts in your body. All that stuff you've been able to move around. And then as you're ready, we'll make our way back to downward dog. Just a little more work on our feet here. Take a breath here. And then from here, shift forward into high plank. All right, here we go. From here, float the right toes. All right, so just float them. Push into the hands, a lot of lift away from the earth. Take a big breath in. And keeping the right leg lifted, push back into a three-legged dog. So right leg lifts up here. Pause here. With a little bit of a bend in the left knee, begin to walk your hands back to your left foot. Standing split. Okay, so the left heel drops down. The right heel lifts up. Crown of the head drops towards the earth. So big stretch down the back of the left leg. The right heel does not have to be high. Take one more breath in here. Lift up. Stay for the breath out. And then on your next breath in, lift your gaze. Start to look forward. Crawl your way back out to that three-legged plank. Oh boy. All right, so right toes float. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, three-legged dog. And then drop everything down. Right foot meets left. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Nice job, yogis. Other side. Coming forward into your high plank. Start at the beginning. Right, so a lot of lift. Float your left toes. Right, so just an inch or two. If you can get there. Try to keep the hips low. Take a breath in. Exhale. Three-legged dog. Push back. Left leg lifts up. And then maybe a little softness in that right knee. We'll start to walk the hands back towards the right toes. Lift in the left foot. So walls break here, right? That's not cheating. That's a tool. Standing split. 2 breaths. Last breath. And then begin to lift your gaze. Look forward. Crawl your way back out to that three-legged plank. There's a lot of lift in the belly. Toes float, take a breath here. Exhale, downward dog, lift your left leg. And then bring your left foot down. Big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. And then last time we'll walk our hands back towards our feet. Hang in ragdoll as you arrive here. Sway your hips. Be soft in your knees. And then finding whatever forward fold feels right to you here. Could be a yogi toe lock, Padangusthasana, or Padahastasana, gorilla. Or you can just wrap your legs or hang a ragdoll. And so find where you want to be. Take a deep breath in. And then we'll stay here for 3 breaths, folding into our fold. Big, deep breaths. One more full round. And then exhale to release your bind, soften your knees here. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward and crawl your way out. Last high plank. Top of the mat. Take a deep breath here. And then exhale yourself all the way down. Belly lands, top of the feet land. Rest a cheek or make a pillow for your head. And take a moment for restoration. Nothing to do right here. Just Again, take the opportunity to connect with your heartbeat underneath you. And all the energy sparking through your body. Breath. 3 more deep breaths here. Find some connection right in this space with yourself. And then as you're ready, bringing your chin back through center. Running your arms long down by your side. We'll take one locust pose here. So traditional locust or whatever variation calls to you this evening. Maybe spider tipping your fingers, chin to center, and as you're ready, begin to peel up your head, your shoulders and heart, and then float your feet, shins and knees. And maybe lastly, allow your hands to lift up. Reach your fingertips back towards your heels. Spread and reach through your toes. 3 big breaths. Last one. Lift both ends. Lift, lift, lift. And then breathe out. Bring it all down. Rest the other cheek. Wiggle your hips side to side. And then from here, bring your chin to center. Bring your hands under your shoulders. And push your way up into tabletop. Maybe a couple of cat-cows here. And then from here, coming back to this familiar place we come to so often, tabletop, and then extending the right leg back behind us. So we've been practicing that little bend in the elbows and then the resistance here. So we're going to use that sensation, flex through the right heel, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, begin to shift forward as if you're going to chaturanga and lower your chin all the way down to the earth. And then as you do, lift through your right heel. Right? And as you arrive here, point your right toes up. So find a little back bend here, let your heart drop down, take a breath. Stay for the exhale, lift through the right toes. One more big inhale, and then a lot of strength here. Exhale, push your way back up. Strong belly, pull the knee in. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, bring it down. All right, other side. Left leg extends back. Push into the earth with your hands. Take a breath. And on the exhale, shift forward like chaturanga. Begin to lower down. Chin lowers down. Left heel lifts. Point the left toes. Chest drops. Take a breath. Elbows point back. Stay for one more. Lift through the left toes. Lift, lift, lift. And then big exhale as you push your way up. Knee comes in. Kiss your nose. Inhale. Send it long. Left knee comes down, draw your knees wide, child's pose. Sink your hips back. Breathe into that little hot space that may be sitting right in your lower back. And if it might feel like a rest for your shoulders, you might reach your arms back towards your heels, connecting your forehead down to the ground. Nothing to see. Maybe rocking your forehead and that third eye, your space of intuition along the earth. Connect. And then extend your arms forward if they're not already there. Come back up through tabletop. And then bring your elbows down right underneath your shoulders. Begin to walk your knees back just a little bit. Puppy pose. As we walk the hands forward from here, and then allow the head and heart to drop. Lift through the tailbone. Keep an active belly, active shoulders, active hands. Take one more big breath. And then lift your gaze, slide forward onto your forearms. Just a moment in Sphinx pose here. Take one last big breath in. And then as you exhale, lower your heart down, hands under your shoulders. Push your way up through tabletop, and this time walk your knees forward. Sit back on your hips and swing your legs all the way around. So legs straight out in front, and from here we'll open up and find our straddle. It's a really simple hip opener here that you can customize to be your own. So your straddle, it may look more like this. Your knees may be deeply bent, right? Or you may widen a bit, or you may choose to use props. You may choose to do it up against a wall with your legs propped. Okay. So find where you'd like to be here. Maybe softening the feet or flexing to take this a little further. And then just take a moment to sit up tall. Extend the spine, shoulders over hips. Deep breaths. And you may stay right here, just keeping activation through your legs, or you might begin to walk your hands forward, reach your heart forward. And then you might stay right here, up on the hands, nice and high, or you might have space to lower down. Let the head hang heavy. And 10 breaths here was absolutely nothing to look at on your screen. So feel free to connect with sensations in your legs. Maybe the urge to retreat from this and the dedication to breathe through your discomfort. And let that breath be a connection. Three more breaths here. And as you're ready, beginning to walk your way back up, hands towards your body. And then from here, keep your left leg extended and start to bend into this right knee. What we'll end up doing is pulling this right heel towards our right butt and just letting the right knee hang off. If that doesn't work for you, you can take it in the other way here. Just covers a little bit of difference in the right hip. And then lean your torso over this left leg here. Right? And you might even have space to back this right knee up a little bit. So go to where it feels right. Sit up tall, take a deep breath in. And then on the breath out, you might stay right here, right? Like in our straddle, or you might start to walk your way forward. And then you might drape yourself down over this left leg, keeping some traction in this right thigh, right? This right knee active, drawing away. 3 nice deep breaths here. Last one. And walk your way back up. Lean over to the left hip, extend your right leg long, and then swap that bent knee out with the left here. And so know that your two hips, your two legs may be really different, and the side may feel completely different. And so traction this left knee out as you draw your torso over your right leg. So this side feels very different for me. So notice how it feels for you. Sit up tall, take a breath in. And then on your breath out, you might stay, you might fold. 5 breaths here. Begin to walk our way out of this. Coming back, leaning onto that right hip, extend this left leg out, and then draw both legs straight ahead. Shake them out. Maybe a little self-massage, right? So many little things that we can do to connect with ourselves. Self-massage, those gestures of self-soothing, so many things. This yoga practice. So connect with yourself here. Find a little fold before we make our way to our backs. Forward fold here. Find your variation. Big breath in. Sweep your arms up. And then exhale, fold into this. 5 breaths here. And then we'll roll our way back up, releasing the arms long, coming all the way back up here. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Roll your way all the way back down. Take a full body stretch. And then breathe out as you draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side here. Just feel the muscles along your spine. Connect the back body with the earth. And then bring your legs to center. Cross the right leg over the left. Take a breath in. And then on the breath out, let both knees fall to the right. Gaze over your left shoulder. Final twist here as we begin to let go of our effort and energy. Gravity take over. One more big breath here in your twist. And then we'll make our way out of it. Knees come to center, gaze to center. Uncross the right leg, and then switch it out with the left. Left leg over right. Take a deep breath in. On the breath out, both knees fall to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder. One more breath in here. And then come back through center, uncross your legs. And then bring both feet to the earth. Bring the soles of the feet together as you allow your knees to fall wide. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly in the same space where we started. And then once again here, take a deep breath into both palms. Connecting with your heart, center of love, and with your belly, your center of power. Connect in love and power with yourself, and don't forget, this comes first. Deeply breathe in, allow your palms to fill with your love and your power. And as you breathe out, notice how even in the strength there can be softness. And then keeping your hands here, extend your legs long, reaching to the bottom corners of your mat. Preparing yourself for final rest. If it feels good and feels right for you to keep this connection with your hands, do so through your relaxation. Just a minute or two here. Please give yourself this gift. Shavasana. invite you to stay here in your rest for as long as feels right to you. Or you can begin to bring some awareness back into your space. You can wiggle some fingers and toes and invite some deeper breath. For small creatures, such as we, this vastness is bearable only through love. Draw my hands to heart center in honor of all of you and in connection with myself and with you. I thank you for sharing your practice with me tonight, and bow forward and honor each and every one of you with namaste.